Board of County Commissioners now in session.
All right, Commissioners, the reason for the recess and the delay here is that it's brought to our attention that the Supervisor of Election Office has a cash flow issue, an immediate cash flow issue that needs to be resolved. For the information I've got, I got that third hand, not directly from the supervisor. Basically, I can explain to you that I know that certain annual contracts were either prepaid or paid up front, and then there was poll workers that were paid for the election. That in effect has caused a cash flow issue that now the supervisor of election is not able to pay payroll and normal expenses for her office. The options here is you make a decision based on the limited information you have now in front of you, or we could, it's close to lunchtime, we could ask the supervisor of election to come in front of the board at 1:30 where you can question and get more information as to what happened, what's going on, or you can schedule an emergency meeting tomorrow, some other day this week, to have that happen. But either which way, a decision has to be made. So what options the board, I could contact the supervisor and let her know that.
Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, I would like to have a meeting this afternoon at 1:30 if we can schedule it with the supervisor and have her come before the board and the people and explain what the reasoning was behind it and everything, because it's not the board, it's the supervisor. So, I mean, that's my thoughts.
And I don't have enough information to answer your
I
question.
would-
No.
I've been in this meeting with you guys all morning, so
I would entertain a motion for that, but I would like to have some documentation brought with her, with the supervisor, that shows us exactly what has caused this issue,
How much?
how much, where the
Yeah.
money, where the expenditures were. And get us a packet on that, Mike, for the
Okay.
board to have here, so that we can go down the list and see exactly where the expenditures were made and what has actually caused this problem.
okay.
I'll make a motion that, and Mr. Schuler, now, if I can't do that, now you stop me. I'll make a motion that we go into, extend this meeting this afternoon and open it back up at 1:30 this afternoon to have the supervisor of elections here with documentation and stuff to show the board and the people what has happened and why we have a cash flow problem at the supervisor of elections office at 1:30.
And Commissioner, extending your regular meeting is not a problem if you want to go on into an afternoon session. That's perfectly appropriate, and by motion and vote of the board is even doubly appropriate.
Okay, and that's my motion.
We have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Sanders. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by
Discussion.
Commissioner Massey. Discussion?
Yes, I like this. Well, I'm a commissioner, I'm not a, supervisor, we don't run them. But I would like to know what's going on and why they bringing that information. I would like to see what kind of time limit when whatever they pressing need to be paid, when,
Okay.
how much time we got before. But like I said, I'm a commissioner, I'm not a constitutional officer, I don't know how to run they feel, but if the bills got to be paid, I do know that. If we got, some bills got to be paid, but I want to know when they got, the date they supposed to be paid and all this, and so we'll know all that information.
Okay. So basically asking, along with what the chairman asked for, you want to know, sir, that like her payroll dates for the month and what bills are outstanding. Is that what you're
Yeah,
want
like-
included in the packet?
Yeah, I'm quite sure with first of the month, it's probably rent time or something. We renting right now.
Yes, sir, we do.
We-
Okay, I'll make sure she's aware of that.
And I need to know when is the payday, so we'll know exactly how much time we got to deal with to come up
Okay.
to do these things.
All right.
We do have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All opposed? That motion carries.
All right, I'm going to continue my report, and we'll recess when we get through instead of adjourning after Attorney Schuler. All right, item number 3, board action to authorize the chairman's signature on the contract with FWC for the removal of the derelict vessels. The board advertised for and opened bids at your October 4th meeting. The county only received one bid from Hondo Enterprises. So for $255,498.90, which includes, I'm sorry, not in addition to, which includes the county's 25% match of $64,141 from the Boating Improvement Fund. All 13 vessels on the county's list will be removed. When you make this motion, I need it subject to Attorney Schuler's review because he still hasn't seen that yet. We got
Okay, so
expecting
moved.
today.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor. Commissioner Sanders, second by Commissioner Massey. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
And just for your information, you're saying, well, we're gonna get all our boats removed, because there was a question about that earlier as this program. Mark informed me yesterday that the bigger counties did not put in for any removal, so that kind of spreads the wealth for us. You know, we get to get more than money, so. Number 4, board action to authorize the chairman's signature on a simple agent authorization form to assist Mr. Doug Hathaway with applying for permit applications for the Island View project. I attach an email where Mr. Hathaway and Mr. Pierce discuss this matter further. I also attached the latest revisions of the site plan for Island View Park. FDOT will only allow one access point on Highway 98 rather than the 2 that was originally submitted. And
Yeah.
basically, all this is, Commissioners, allowing him to act as the county's agent to get the permitting that's needed for this project.
I'm aware of this and I agree with it, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Sanders, second by Commissioner Lockley. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Inform the board that Senator Montfort has sent a letter requesting the county's budget request for the 2017 legislative session starting on Tuesday, March 7, 2017. The submission deadline is Tuesday, January 31st, so I will ask for a list of projects to submit at our next meeting on December 20th. So you guys start thinking about your projects and, you know, let's see if we can get them in the pipeline there.
Mr. Chairman, I need to have some discussion on this.
Okay.
You know what I'm fixing to bring up. You was in the meeting there. It came to our attention last week in Orlando at Commissioners Conference, and it came to our attention by our Small County Coalition lobbyist, that the Speaker of the House is not going to be allowing community budget requests unless it's through an agency. Now, I have a problem with that. So what we need to do is, before we start getting gung-ho on all the projects and stuff, could you please contact Senator Montford's office? And I would go ahead and also contact Representative Halder Bashir's office to ask if this is still what they want us to do, since this is a new rule that has came up with the Speaker, with the Speaker of the House. And see, because now the Senate may be doing it different, but the Speaker of the House, if you don't have companion bills together, then you don't get nothing. So my thing is, find out from them if this is still on with the Speaker doing his latest action of last week.
I will.
And then we'll know where we need to gear up then at that time. And I'm very concerned about this, I can tell you. So basically, what they're saying is, if you have a project that you're wanting your legislative delegation to go after, that they're not accepting budget requests, community budget requests, that you actually have to have it put into an agency. Now, are we gonna have to do that agency, to communicate with the agency, or is the legislative delegation gonna do it? So there's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts about it, and I just thought I'd bring it to the attention of the board. That's why I go to the meetings,
We're
and that's
right.
why all of us go, because things changes at a minute's notice.
We're right back to the whole state
Yeah.
aid funding for the library
Yeah.
thing. You
Yeah.
don't like it, but you gotta play by the rules.
I mean, that's it.
Have we had our legislative delegation meeting?
Oh, that tentatively scheduled for the first week in January. They're gonna confirm a couple of dates. They
That
already
normally happens
contacted
in
me.
November or something. Normally.
They got it
They've
this year.
never had it in January that I'm aware of.
They contacted me right before we went, maybe while I was down at the conference. They
Okay.
contacted me about setting up a date for that.
It's in January. If we during the time of basketball, they find out I'm going to the state now.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's early in the month this year, the commission, before the. for the
But anyway,
second
if you
week.
could do that, Michael, that would help us out a
I will.
lot.
I'll let you
in-
guys
in
know right away.
designating projects.
Call Marshall
Thank you,
Mathers
Mr. Chairman.
Right away. Number 6, a board action to request a time extension to the May 31st, extension to May 31st, of 2017 for the Ballpoint Road repaving project. There were many delays to the start of the project which were beyond the county's control, which Clay would be glad to testify to if he has to.
I would like for Clay to specify what the delays were. If Clay, Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind bringing
Would
it
you
down
come forward,
just a
Clay?
second.
We, was it FDOT, I mean, I could list some.
I know one of the
myself.
things was FDOT, but I just want to know what the other one.
The Ballpoint Road.
Yeah, and
was
I
the
apologize.
FDOT, there was an environmental assessment, was the CCL line one, something?
CCL line permit took many months, so that certainly is one of them. DOT's review, they wanted some revisions there at the end. We had to make
the
some
last minute.
revisions. Two things off the top of my head, and I apologize for not
Okay.
being more in-depth on that.
And Clay, I like the idea, and I'm glad you put that as part of the bid package, where y'all went in there and milled the asphalt,
Yes,
and then they put the old mill with the new base, and so hopefully it'll be a good fix, because I was worried because the road is like this,
It is. It was in rough
and it's
shape.
got a lot of cracks in it, so I was worried about it being, like Highway 67 is over there in Kerrville, but I'm glad that it went up like that. Thank
So
you,
I
Clay.
do need a motion for this, time
You
extension.
need a motion?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Masters, second by Commissioner Sanders. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
Item 7, board action to approve a 5-year extension on a lease with Tyndall Air Force Base. The lease is for a microwave tower and building in the county. A copy of the request is attached. Attorney Schuler has reviewed the lease.
Pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Lockley, second by Commissioner Sanders. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
We addressed item 8 already. Item 9, inform the board I attached 3 documents relating to the Small County Coalition. The first states the elect officers for 2016-2017 and a list of the executive committee members, of which Commissioner Sanders represents the Northern Gulf region. The second document states the coalition's guiding principles, the 2017 legislative session priorities and policies. And the third is a request to fill the county vacancy on the coalition board of directors. That's not something I'm asking for today. I just wanted to bring it to your attention that we still do have one slot at some point. It's like an alternate for Commissioner Sanders. It's because you and I are there now. You're the commissioner, I'm the staff member. They asked for a second commissioner for most counties.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you have to have it.
yes.
Yeah, and the last time I looked at it, you wasn't the one, it was still Alan Pierce.
They fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah, they fixed it. So whenever you guys get to that. Item 10, the Friends of the Library has invited the board to their holiday annual meeting on Wednesday, December 7th at 6 p.m. It's going to be at the East Point Library Branch. I failed to put that in there. I just want to let you guys know that. Item 11, inform the board that the county was notified that the 2014-2015 SHIP annual report was approved by Florida Housing. And it's always a couple of years behind. That's just how that normally works. Next item, inform the board that the first regular meeting in July 2017 is scheduled for the 4th, which is a holiday. Would the board prefer rescheduling that meeting to Monday the 3rd or Wednesday the 5th? Actually, Ms. Lori Hines brought that to my attention as she was doing your calendar for you. So,
I would prefer Wednesday the 5th because there's other organizations that have things going on the
the
3rd.
3rd.
Yeah. But it's a pleasure of the board. We need a motion and a second on that.
I'll make a motion for Wednesday.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor for Wednesday, July the 5th, from Commissioner Massey, second by Commissioner Lockley.
That's all right for you?
All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Finally, remind the board that the next regular meeting scheduled for Tuesday, December 20th would be at the City of Kerrville Commission Meeting Room. This meeting will start at 10 a.m. instead of the normal 9 a.m. meeting time. It allows the clerk's office to set up for recording and their minutes. And that's all I have for now.
Anybody have anything for Michael? Next would be Michael Schuler, County Attorney Report.
Just one action item for the board. I request authorization to schedule an executive session on January the 3rd to discuss the pending litigation against the county filed by Mr. James Thompson. And I I don't want to get into a lot of public discourse about the substance because it is a confidential meeting, but we are in a lawsuit, and by statute, you are authorized to conduct an executive session with your attorney. However, the statute requires me to ask you in a public meeting, which I'm doing now, for authorization to schedule the executive session.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Sanders, a second by Commissioner Massey. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
I don't have anything else for the board, Mr. Chairman.
Next.
Question for the attorney, Mr.
Mhm.
Michael, when can we look at something coming down the pike for bungalows by the bay? Because I'm gonna get this thing wrapped up. Have we heard from PBR,
PBR?
the Professional Business Regulation people?
No, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. We did not get a satisfactory answer back from that department, and so I have, in consultation with Mr. Theriak, made some additional changes
back in.
for your consideration, requiring them to provide mandatory reports to you. I did have a phone conversation with their attorney, Mr. Anderson, last week, and brought him up to speed and told him where we were. I don't really think that we have an issue, but to answer your specific question, January.
January, sometime in January?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Schuler. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Anybody have anything, any of the commissioners have anything for Mr. Schuler? Commissioner comments?
I have one.
Go ahead.
It has nothing to do really with the meeting, but I would like to publicly thank all that have expressed sentiment and are concerned for my son Jonathan. The surgery he just recently had to go through. And I will tell you publicly that he started last Thursday. I can sit him up and he can stand by himself. So thank you for all your prayers, your concern, and everything related to him.
Any other commissioner comments?
Yeah, I wanted, wait, the engineer, he gone?
Click.
He
I'll be right outside.
Oh, yeah, phone.
You need me to-
I'll go see if I can find it.
I wanna ask him about my road, I got 3 more roads I need to do.
Hey, were they part of the original, oh, okay.
While he's going to get him, I would like to say something else, Mr. Chairman, if I may. You may or may not like basketball, but our Seahawks basketball team is still undefeated. We take Liberty County on tonight at home at 7:30. If you're interested in coming, I want to personally invite all of you.
So did they win last Thursday, Commissioner Jones?
Yes, they did. They beat West Gaston
Absolutely.
on their home floor.
What was the score?
We beat them by 7, 62-55.
Good,
He
good.
won last night.
Yep.
They won last night.
Tonight is here, Liberty County. It's a district game.
Okay, Mr. Clay, Mr. Noah had questions for you.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I'm taking on my road, I got 3 on that change,
On the road paving with, so the project that y'all had under contract, and unless I'm mistaken here, that project is being closed out. And then there's additional money now. You haven't spent all the money. The money's still there. And at some point, the board's going to have to decide how you accomplish what you want to do with the rest of the money. But I don't think we've received direction on how you want to do that yet.
So the other contract now is closed out.
It will be. The final payment hasn't been made, but we've got the final list of quantities, so we know how much money is left, and that thing. But the actual final payment hasn't been made, which will close
Have they
the
finished
contract.
all the work?
They have everything in their contract. Not everything on the list that wanted to get done, but
Right.
the contract was ended, and so they finished all the work that was in their contract.
Yeah, they done all my.
And so we'll have I don't know, at the next meeting or sometime soon, we'll have a deductive change order to take out all of the extra work, or all of the work that wasn't completed.
Accomplished. And then we'll probably have to do another contract,
That's
another
right.
bid.
And then the board can decide how you want to proceed,
Yeah, from there you
with the
decide.
funds you have left.
That's what I was asking, Commissioner, which road?
Because I think I got a couple too that.
That's right.
I was
You
waiting
did.
to get through this one contract because it is taking us from
It's been a while.
February.
It's been a while. I think it was awarded December last year or January this year.
Yeah, and here we are at December
Yeah,
again.
it
They're
was a
just
while
now
ago.
finishing up. So that's not good performance on behalf of the contractor.
I know it, and that's why I wanted for it to be on this here, cause people think I be done told them my story.
Well, You come back to us with a report at the next board meeting and let us
We-
know
we
where
should
we
have
at.
it- right, we should
see if
have
that
all the numbers.
contract is
That's right.
closed out so that we can proceed, because I got roads and I think some other commissioners have money left on probably roads that they want to designate and start over.
Absolutely, we can do that.
So we'll get that done.
These the one I had, they done my major road, but these the one I had on my change order, and the money there is just waiting on the.
That's right.
For it to get free.
Yeah,
I just want people to know it's coming.
It's still coming, okay.
It's still in the pipeline.
Okay. Any other commissioner comments? Being no further commissioner comments, public comment?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Alan Pfeiffer, Concerned Citizens, Franklin County. I had reached out to Michael over the weekend. There is a community rating called the BCEGS. It has to do with our building codes and how the insurance companies look at it, and we had a change from 6 to 8. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I was told that my rate went up as a consequence of that, and I was curious what we know about that, what affects that, and I'll
Okay,
turn it over to
tell you
Michael.
Some of it, I have to do more research, but what it is, when Rachel retired, she was a plan examiner, so we had 2 plan examiners at the time. When she left, that changed the rating, and not just for Mr. Pfeiffer, countywide. And you might say, well, she's been gone a while now. They rate you every few years, so it's not like every year they come back. So, Mr. Gary he's certified, he's got a test, now he could become a plan examiner too. So when they come back to rate us, then it'll change. Now, it won't get all the points, but because when you have 1 versus where we had 2. So the board would have to, at that point, decide, do you want to pay another plan examiner / inspector full-time to come in here to get those points back? Or we just have to deal with whatever point they give us, whatever rating they give us? And this is a summary here. I'll have to look more into the weeds to get more details from the board and from Mr. Pfeiffer, but that's what caused it. It only reflects this year, but that's because they take so long to rate you and certify you and then change the rating.
My suggestion, if it's a pleasure of the board, is direct county staff to do research and come back with more information on this subject so that we know exactly where we're at and what steps need to be taken. Michael, could you channel that for us?
I sure will.
And for the pleasure of the board, if you extrapolate my rate increase among the more than 10,000 structures here in the county, this is millions of dollars of extra premium a year as a consequence of that, just to put it in terms of some scale of importance. It's significant. Thank you very much, Commissioners.
Is this on fluid or regular?
I don't know. He's going to have to get some information.
I'll get some more
let us know.
information from the board. I'm just,
Exactly.
it's something he sent me on Saturday night or Sunday, and don't ask me why I'm checking my email.
I know that there has to be other counties that their building inspector is a plan examiner.
Yeah.
We just were fortunate to have Rachel certified as a building inspector, so that we have
Yeah.
2 building inspectors here. That's not normal operating procedure,
Yeah.
especially with permits being as down as much as they are.
Yes,
But check it out and let's see what we need to do to address the issue.
okay, I will.
Any other public comment? Meeting adjourned.
I think we did enough damage.
To reconvene at 1:30.
Oh, to reconvene.
We're recessed.